Mumbai generates close to 700 metric tons of plastic every day. And that might just seem a number because we may not even imagine what could 700 metric tons be. Hi, I'm Shishir Joshi, CEO and founder of Project Mumbai. If you just take a walk or a drive along the eastern suburbs of Mumbai, where there is one of the largest dump yards in Mumbai, there are so much of plastic and waste dumps that it could have multiple buildings that can get occupied, and this is just about 7 or 8% of the larger waste that gets created out of Mumbai. Most of the plastic that gets collected is essentially dumped by people who think that nobody is watching. So what we did was made the entire proposition extremely interesting. People are very health conscious, so we called it the Plastic Recyclathon, because people are also very excited about marathons. But give away plastic and give it where? Our proposition was very simple. If you register with us, that means I have your address, we'll do a doorstep pickup. Last year in 2018, when we started the Mumbai Plastic Recyclathon, close to 85,000 people decided to donate the plastic. We got people who gave away trucks so that the mobility is easier. We got citizens of Bombay who wanted to contribute for this cause, so they were volunteers. And then we got the recyclers involved. They said, okay, we'd like to recycle and help this. So it was almost a non-commercial initiative for a cause, for the city. A lot of people asked was, what will you do with the plastic this time? And this time, a portion of the plastic, we are going to make benches for gardens of Mumbai, which are public gardens where largely senior citizens and children go and play. Students who have donated plastic will make pencil boxes out of them. And then we said there are housing societies and corporates which have donated plastic. We'll try to make garbage bins out of it. Once the plastic got collected, it would go to a recycler. First, it is cleaned, it is segregated. So the recyclable and the non-recyclable plastic gets segregated. It is washed. After that, it is boiled. Then it is molded and melted. And then after the melting, then different molds get formed, and then elements are added so that the plastic becomes solid. So our idea is, can we take this beyond Mumbai? Hopefully in a month from now we start Pune, maybe another month from now we do Bangalore and Hyderabad, and before you know, maybe the next year we may have 10 more cities added to that. But what we're trying to achieve is, can we get every citizen of all these areas create a behavioral change, and they all start pledging to say, we'd like to reduce plastic, we believe in recycling, and yes, we'd like to also segregate our wet waste from dry waste.
Overall, we see that a lot of waste is getting generated in terms of discarded footwear, apparel, but we never realize what actually happens to them, what happens to them once we have utilized them, and where they end up, how harmful are they for the environment. This problem actually started about 20-30 years ago, when we had Industrial Revolution taking a boom. Then we had bigger companies doing a lot of marketing. A lot of manufacturing is happening in apparel and footwear industry, and everything is moving towards fast fashion. But now we've come to a stage where we can no longer ignore this problem, where so many footwear apparel are being worn and discarded. Hi, this is Shreyans Bhandari here. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Green Soul. We are an old shoe upcycling company. So the idea of Green Soul started back in 2013, where as athletes, Ramesh, the co-founder, and I were tired of discarding our old pairs of shoes. And we just thought, as athletes, can we put them to a better use? So after months of experimenting on those shoes, we figured that they can be upcycled into slippers. And that was a turnaround point. So the basic raw material that we have at Green Soul is obviously old shoes, and we get these old shoes from various places like individuals, schools, colleges. All of them regularly collect during the year and send it to us in Navi Mumbai. So we have a patented process and designs at Green Soul. What we do is, we get raw material as old shoes, and as you know, we're getting all kinds of footwear. These are old shoes, sportswear, slippers. So we segregate all these based on the quality they are in. We basically want to utilize their sole, and we take the uppers and the soles apart. Then we have a process to standardize the sizes, such that even if it's a sports shoe or a formal shoe, it can fit into a particular size. And once we have done that, we have the base of the slipper, which is the sole. And then we take out uppers either from industrial reject or from the old shoe uppers. And we even use the laces which are weaved together and made into an upper. So using all these things, we are able to transform the old pair of shoe into a new slipper by using 85% of old materials. So we have come up with sustainable products which are made from alternate materials like wine cork, recycled rubber, wood, laces. So all these materials we have made into a unique footwear, a range of it, which people can buy, and just by buying they are contributing to the environment. We also started recycling at a bigger scale. We started from 10,000 pairs and we had reached almost 100,000 pairs being upcycled and donated. We have donated 330,000 pairs of old shoes made into slippers across 13 states in India. We are looking at donating 1 million pairs in the next few years. So what happens is that when you walk barefoot on an infected soil, you contact diseases like hookworm, elephantiasis, which can also be life-harming to a person. So by giving these footwear, it protects them from these diseases. It also protects them from insect bites, snake bites, and those basic things which we don't realize living in a city life. And we've also found that these children can walk to schools from longer distances with our footwear, so it's leading to increased attendance in schools. And now we've also added another thing where we are employing people into making these upcycled footwear. A social good where we are donating these slippers to children in need all across India. Environmental good by preventing them from ending up in landfills. And also economic good by actually employing and empowering people into making and upcycling these kind of footwear.
India aims to set up 500 gigawatts of renewable energy capacity by 2030. Just 1 gigawatt can light up close to 110 million of these LED bulbs. That's a lot of bulbs. Solar energy is clearly the way ahead. India expanded its solar generation capacity 8 times in the last 5 years. This all sounds great, but can we really implement solar energy at a personal level? Dr. Rima Lewis seems to have the answer.
In 2016, my husband and I decided to invest in solar energy. At that time, we were also thinking about the windmill, but then we gave up on the windmill idea because it has a lot of moving parts and the maintenance was very heavy.
Are solar panels expensive too?
The initial setup cost came up to 2.5 lakh rupees. We calculated that the amount of money we were investing, and it roughly came about to the amount of money we would pay for electricity bills in 2 years.
So how did it affect our bills?
This is my old bill of 2017. It is about 10,000. Now the more recent bill, it's around 300.
That's almost 33 times cheaper.
We use a system called as the net meter. So whatever excess we are generating, it goes to the MSCB, that is the grid. And during the night, we use from the grid. In this way, we save up on the inverter and battery cost.
You've got your answer. Would you now shift to a renewable source of energy? Let us know in the comments below.